Shalom, welcome
to eTeacher Biblical.
My name is Sigal. We are today in lesson number 22. We will keep on seeing how to translate katal verbal forms. We are going to start with a verse and try to demonstrate what happens within the verse, how the text would overcome some of the problems we have in Hebrew, having so few verbal forms. So we are reading from Ruth 1:6. ותקום היא וכלותיה, ותשוב משדה מואב, כי שמעה בשדה מואב, כי פקד אדוני את עמו. We have several verbs here in this verse, but you can see that there are two highlighted in red, Shame'ah and Pakad. I'll show you all of them just for you to be able to notice that there are actually four verbs here. Two of them are coming in one verb form and the other two are coming in different verbal forms. So the very first verb is vatakom, which means and she arose. The second verb is vatashov, which means and she returned. The next one is a verbal form that you are familiar with because it's katal, ki sham'a, because she had heard. And the very last verb is also katal. You can see very nicely the vowels of katal. Ki pakad Adonai et amo, that the Lord had attended. Now, we need to go through the text, think what happened first, what happened after. It's very tempting to go by the verbs and to say that and she arose was the first action that happened, but actually this is not true. You have to go through the text and see, and I'll show you the next timeline so you'll be able to notice that. Naomi had heard that the Lord had attended. He had attended first. And then she heard about it. That is why she returned. And everything happens according to the verbs. So you may be feeling a little bit confused. What am I trying to show you here very clearly? You see that the verse starts with one verbal form, and it keeps with the same verbal form again. Vatakom and vatashov are two identical verbal forms. Suddenly, before we reach the verb, which is indicating the hearing part, she had heard. Then there is a switch in the verbal form. And the reason for this switch is for us to hold and to think what happened here. Actually, when was this action happening? Is this before? Is this after? We are not going through the same timeline as we had before. And actually, that's exactly what happened, because she did hear it before she returned. So this is one of the katal's actions to show us an action that happened before, an anterior action. Again, context is a king. So you always want to see the context and rely on the context and see several translations just to sense how things are working in Hebrew. And that's it. Toda rabba. I'll see you next lesson. להתראות.